snowing now. It's going to a little bit later on today, so the weather watcher is green. With that headed our way, in the meantime, it's cold again. Down to 0 here in the Twin Cities, northern Minnesota. Wow, 20 below up in Ely, 26 below in International Falls, 5 below in St. Cloud. But that snow is going to be the story. You'll see it pick up out west this afternoon. Then here in the cities, kind of late afternoon, early evening. This first round doesn't look like a big deal. Maybe an inch out of that, probably less. Heavier snow comes overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. I'd expect an inch or two here in the Twin Cities, but 2 to 4 inches over in western Wisconsin. So you've got that winter weather advisory there for that. Say we just get an inch of snow here in the Twin Cities. That would push us from 6th to 4th place for the snowiest month on record in the Twin Cities. We've been keeping track of this since 1875. If you just look at winter months, say November to April, there's been 866 winter months, and this would be the 4th snowiest of 866. Just crazy. So, are you frustrated? Do you need to vent? This morning, I would like to give you the floor. After record-setting snow and unseasonably cold air, yet again, we want to know if winter were a person, what would you say to it? If you have nice words to share, that's fine too, but come on, let it rip. If you're watching on Facebook or on Twitter, go ahead and leave a comment. We'll read some of those coming up in just a few minutes. All right, let's get to the news. If you think parking in Minneapolis is a headache, just wait. Winter parking rules start at 8 o'clock tomorrow and go all through March, all the way up till April 1. Now, this is different than the snow emergencies we're used to, so here's the deal. On non-emergency routes, like most of your neighborhood streets, you cannot park on either side of the road at all. You can still park on odd sides of those same roads, but on both sides of the emergency snow routes. Does that make sense? Your neighborhood can't be on the even side. More than 100 people are in emergency shelters in southern Minnesota because of that snow. That's after about 600 people got stuck in the snow over the weekend. This is what it looked like down in Owatonna: abandoned cars, stranded semis.
All of a sudden, from the right, just a big white cloud came and couldn't see anything, and it was just out of nowhere, you know. And next thing you know, you can't see the road, period.
Yeah, there's a reason MnDOT says travel not advised. The National Guard says this is the 3rd time in the last 10 years they've had to rescue people in a snowstorm. North of the Twin Cities, people were stranded in fish houses on Lake Mille Lacs and Lake of the Woods. Drifting snow covered up those roads that they plow out in the ice, and people couldn't get out. Rescue crews spent yesterday getting everyone off of the ice. Well, have you ever accidentally left your car window open, just a crack, during a storm? This is worse. Minnesota mom left her entire van door open. Oh no, Stephanie. This is down in Claremont. She posted these pics on Facebook. They left the door open on Saturday night, woke up on Sunday morning to find 10 inches of snow in the van.
Everybody was so tired by the time we got home at 9:30. And so we hustled everybody inside, and I grabbed our youngest and I asked my fiance to shut the door. Well, I assumed he heard me, and he assumed that I had already shut it. We're having a great laugh about it.
How much would you pay to have heard the argument on Sunday morning? I mean, I told you to close the door. I didn't hear you. You didn't say it. You were going to close. I would have loved that. People are recommending leaf blowers, shop vacs. They do have another vehicle to use until this van dries out. And boy, it's going to stink. We have an update on the Young Joni fire. The owners say it could reopen as early as this week. The fire broke out at the popular restaurant in northeast Minneapolis on Sunday. We've learned that it started in the chimney of a pizza oven. We're following a couple of big stories in the political world today. President Trump lands in Vietnam this morning for his second summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Kim arrived in Hanoi yesterday after a 60-hour train ride from North Korea through China. Trump says his goal for the summit is denuclearization on the Korean peninsula. The summit takes place tomorrow and Thursday. The House is taking on President Trump's national emergency today. They're expected to pass a resolution to repeal it, but then Trump could veto that. Probably will, right? The move comes after Congress refused to provide billions of dollars in border wall funding. And what will Michael Cohen say about the president? Donald Trump's former lawyer begins 3 days of interviews on Capitol Hill today. He's first meeting with the Senate Intelligence Committee. He's already going to prison for lying to them in 2017. Different story today, though, as he's expected to accuse the president of criminal conduct while in office. Okay, think about the worst turbulence you've ever experienced. Now look at this. This is a British Airways plane moments before it was supposed to land at the Gibraltar International Airport. Look at that. Crosswinds just rocked this thing back and forth like a boat. The plane was diverted to land at another airport. Landed safely, no injuries. How many barf bags do you think they used, though? Oh, okay. Let's get back to today's talker. This has been a winter to remember this month specifically, so I want to grant you the opportunity to just get your frustrations out. If winter were a person, what would you say to it? Our digital guy Cole is here. Only read the ones, Cole, that aren't going to get you fired.
Yeah, we have people sounding off in the comments section today.
Okay.
We have Shannon saying, I don't need this kind of negativity in my life. Go away.
I like this one from, oh, it's my mom. Elaine on Twitter. Who you trying to impress, Winter?
There you go. And we have Eric saying, it was nice to see you, but you're overstaying your welcome.
I like that. A lot of GIFs. This one from Matthew. Okay, no hard feelings, but I hate you. Not joking. Bye. That's a pretty good one.
Then we have Lori Humphrey saying, I just can't anymore.
Yeah.
And I did see a bye Felicia in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, it's going to snow in March and still be cold too for the first at least week or so. It'll be great. We'll do more of this. We'll do more of this. We need to just get it off our chest. That's the 7:34 for now from WCCO, a time when most of the Twin Cities are on the go. If you haven't already made us your home for mobile news, go ahead and do that. We'll be back here tomorrow at 7:34. Until then, be nice to each other on the internet.